Hello, and welcome back to this corner of YouTube. In case you're new here, my name is Tara. I'm a jeweler and self-taught gardener, and this is Making of Days, where I share my life from my home and garden in a small rural town in Switzerland. In this episode, I'm planting up beds I built earlier in spring, and I'm also finishing up some potting for the season ahead. But first things first, cuddles. Back in February, I started growing seedlings on my kitchen table before I even knew I would be able to build my garden beds. So now it's much later in the season than I hoped, and to fill the beds and make the most of the growing season ahead, I'm planting a mix of my own seedlings and some I purchased from my local nursery. As I mentioned in the first episode, this project really isn't about creating a perfect garden. It's about beginning with intention, using what I have and adding only what I can afford. That's why it feels so meaningful to me, because it challenges my tendency to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. I've learnt that change doesn't always begin with a decision. Sometimes it actually begins with hesitation and a bit of anxiety, that creeping and quiet realization that what you're waiting for or dreaming of won't actually arrive unless you create it yourself. And so you start, later than planned, less prepared than you'd like to be, but you start anyway. I used to equate beginning late with failing. Now, I think beginning late is simply returning to the present and letting go of self-imposed rules and comparisons. This is why gardening has helped me so much. There's a wonderful feeling that comes from planting something with no guarantee. You just water and wait, not because you're sure of success, but because you're willing to try without instant reward. Some things won't bloom this year. Some may not grow at all, and still I plant them anyway. Gardening isn't about control. To me, it's about presence and observation. Failure is inevitable, but small adjustments and a little joie de vivre can yield surprising outcomes. This patch of soil is far from perfect. It's shaded in the morning and harshly hot in the afternoon come mid-June. Yet many of my plants grow defiantly and even thrive, regardless of these not so optimal conditions. That feels true of life too. It's not about having a flawless plan, but tending to what's right in front of you and adjusting as you go. When I began these beds, I told myself I'd only use what I had: rocks from around the garden, some good compost, and a few organic seedlings. The same goes for this channel. For years, I procrastinated about filming my life, telling myself I needed better equipment or more courage and less cringe. I regret not capturing certain important moments, but here I am, filming on my iPhone, sharing what I can as it happens. The thing about change is that it's rarely dramatic. More often, for me at least, it's slow, gradual, messy, and usually uncomfortable, at least in the beginning. And I think I feel the same about this humble garden. It may not resemble the inspiring projects that first made me want to start, but that doesn't matter, because no matter how small or imperfect your garden, or for that matter your project, idea, whatever creative itch it is, the point is simply to begin, to let go of the idealized version and start with what you already have. It all counts. And I'm so happy you're here. Let's just keep going.